Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Escamilla, President and CEO of Del Mar College. Our discussion today is part of a new podcast series from Del Mar College, in which I'll be sitting down with area superintendents to talk about challenges and opportunities our students are facing today. Today, I'm here with Superintendent of Schools for Corpus Christi Independent School District, Dr. Roland Hernandez. So Roland, again, thanks for being here with us at Del Mar College, and I wanted to ask you, tell me a little bit about your journey and how you arrived to your role as Superintendent of Schools at CCISD.
So I knew early on that I really wanted to get into education. Just really did everything I could while I was attending a small high school where you can do everything with student leadership, student council, playing every sport, and it was going through that small school system that just made me realize I want to stay connected to education and athletics throughout my whole career. Started out my first several years teaching and coaching in the middle school and the high school. I had a great superintendent in that district at the time, Angleton ISD, and he approached me and said, I know you love coaching, you're great with the kids, but we really see a future for you in administration as well. Hope you would consider it. Went through teaching, middle school, high school, and then got into assistant principalship, and it just led to higher and higher positions, moving around, going and getting my doctorate at UT Austin, which, the philosophy there is sometimes you have to follow the work and the job, and in order to move up, you have to move around. And that's kind of what my career has been 32 years later, and working my way to a superintendent job.
Well, that's where you and I met.
That's
at
right.
the University of Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we had a class together at the LBJ school, in fact,
did.
as I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like your hometown was an inspiration, as well as the superintendent. Woodsboro?
Yes.
You grew up in Woodsboro, as I recall.
Yes.
Yeah, so local. What are the common challenges that you've experienced over the years between the small school districts and the large school districts?
When I look back at my own school district, I've been back home for some graduations, younger cousins graduating, and what's nice to see is the students today, thanks to colleges like Del Mar College and other colleges. I took summer classes at B County when I was at Woodsboro over the summer.
Sure.
They're having the opportunity to do dual credit courses, courses that we never had a chance to do going through school.
Yeah,
and so I was really surprised at their graduations to hear how many students were going in with the number of college credits already as almost juniors and certainly sophomores. And so that's one of the challenges that, regardless of school district, is what students face with families. So in larger cities, a lot of times if your population requires a lot of your kids to hold jobs just to make it at home and help the family, then that takes a lot of their time. So they're limited on what they can do during the day. These are kids that want to play sports, they want to do college classes, but they just can't build it all into their schedule when they're having to work.
Yeah.
So what I tell people today, seeing what the opportunity is for them to get ahead, thanks to the programs that are being offered through the ISDs and the colleges, is to do just that. Sign up for these classes, get these credits. You're helping yourself get ahead, but you're also helping your families save a lot of money that you would normally go pay for your freshman and sophomore years anywhere you're going to go to school. Sure. So I think that what is being done by your team is helping our schools and our kids address that very issue.
Yeah, those partnerships are critical, and they've only expanded. Recent legislation with House Bill 8 and those kinds of things have enabled us to shore up both on the traditional academic side as well as the workforce programs and the like. We're not charging any students any kind of costs, or it can go to the students and those kinds of things. Not only the families, but there's an impact on the school district. I mean, it's saving as the state is investing in us. Can you talk about a little bit about how the importance of those kinds of impacts on your district?
One, that's what schools are looking for in a time where finances are a crunch. That's a hardship on many districts, regardless of size. A lot of that is out of our control until they get that stuff determined at the state legislative level. Our last session, we didn't get a lot of help at school districts, and now we're just waiting to see what's going to happen this session. In partnerships like CCISD with Del Mar College is how much it impacts the community.
That's it.
Having some hardships myself over the last year with my own family, I shared this at our State of the District, where I nearly had all 3 members of my family, my parents and my sister, all in the hospital at the same time. That's not a good situation to be in, but if there's one thing I learned, and I wouldn't have had the chance to learn that, is that just about everybody that was providing services of some kind to them during that time in the hospital were our former students.
That's right.
Who've been through the Health Science Academy, who were there doing everything from their blood pressure to nursing, and who just worked their way through the system. It made me appreciate what we're doing for our kids as early as high school.
Tell me a little bit about your opinion and your experience from the earlier ages in your school districts and so forth. But at some point in their K through 12 career, there's a time where the light bulbs come on, or could. What do you think about that?
As I kind of think through that, I definitely think the latter part of elementary.
Yeah.
Your fifth graders, for sure, as they're transitioning into the middle school. Certainly in your 6th grade, 7th grade years. When I started out in the middle school level teaching, we had a career exploration for all 6th graders to go through that. And it was really just exposing them to the different careers that are out there. It wasn't really making them decide, but just some hands-on experience, getting speakers to come in on career day, building their interest in different things. What I like about what's happening in our schools today is that these students can get certifications working through school, can get jobs while they're in school, whether they choose that profession or not, that can help them pay whatever they need to pay for while they're working and finishing their certifications or their career diplomas program.
Sure.
And again, it just really seems that everybody's come together to how do we ease the burden of these students and their families to help them reach their ultimate dreams. And I think it's definitely working.
Your legacy is going to speak for itself, and I think the impact that you've made will speak for itself one day. I think there's still a lot to be told. There's still a lot to be told.
I appreciate that.
We're proud partners as Del Mar College to CCISD. We are inextricable from each other, I say. Y'all are raising the essence of our kids, bringing the kids through the programs that ultimately will end up, coming to Del Mar College, and we want to be ready for them. We look forward to making an even bigger impact on all the families for generations to come. Roland, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.